Hello, my name is Kayla. I live out here in Bisbee, Arizona. I go on lots of spooky, abandoned desert adventures. I look up history. I learn as I go. I'm not trying to be a historian. I started doing these kind of things because my music, was very much of an introverted person, and I would go out in these places and write songs and started filming like videos by myself. You can see them on like earlier videos on my channel. And everything's kind of revolved around my music. I usually play a song, but like I wanted to incorporate more of my life and share a little more of my world. And I am so glad that you're here, and I hope that you stick around. It's gonna be, I'm a very like do what I feel kind of person, so really I'm enjoying this. It's helping me to get outside lately. I haven't been feeling the brightest like myself. I just was applying for jobs this morning. I'm just trying to, I'm doing the starving artist thing out in here in Bisbee, and I'm just trying to make it work and do it on my own. And I am excited to have this new little hobby of YouTube spring up, and I hope you enjoy it. I just, I travel around like these adventures to get these photographs and these videos that I create. They take sometimes an entire day, and I want to show just like all of that. I'm going to be like open to doing like different things on this channel. Like I said, if you see this box, it's a tarot deck. It's a tarot card deck. I love tarot. I want to talk about how it's very misunderstood, and I think that if this offends you or if this is weird to you, you could skip it. But I associate it actually with a lot of my adventures, because when I would go out alone on my own and like write songs, I would always bring a deck of cards. So I thought maybe I would take this as an opportunity to plant the seed of tarot, on my channel, and just see, maybe one day I might feel like doing a reading. I love doing this. Let's see what we get. Bones. I love this deck. Death, endings, the past. Let's clarify it. What is ending? I've been feeling so much changes in my life lately. I feel like I'm going to like a new chapter. Butterfly. Transformation, which just literally came out. I feel like a lot of things have been ending in my life. I don't know if anyone's been feeling the same, but that I almost feel like I need to surrender to it. I have like a lot of different desires arising, and when I feel that way, I just feel like I have to listen to it. I have to isolate. I have to listen. Stability, security. I'm going to speak from my personal experiences, but I do think maybe this might, guiding light at the bottom, this maybe might resonate collectively. Who knows? Whoever watches this meant to see it. If you've been experiencing a lot of changes in your life, I think this is just an encouragement that is saying that it's divine. It's divinely guided by whatever you believe in. Light, I am not judgmental. I think everybody finds faith in their own ways, and that should be personal, and I respect that. I use tarot to help kind of get in tune with myself, and I think about the meaning of each card that comes out, and I reflect, and I just love the artwork. I collect a lot of decks, and I don't need to be making excuses, but I do want to say, like, it means, why it means a lot to me is that I needed this, I needed this message today, because there has been a lot of changes going on, and I spend a lot of days to myself. So to know that I have this connection to these cards, and just kind of that it is telling me that this is all divinely guided, that this is, there are a lot of endings happening. I've had a lot of people kind of like leave my life recently, and it leaves you wondering, it leaves you like questioning. And I just think that this is saying that, with the bottom of the deck being the guiding light, that this is happening for a reason. If you've been experiencing any shifts, changes in your life, out there and you're watching this, that it's going to be okay, that this, life is always changing. That's the whole point of life. And that's kind of what I get from these cards. I just think it's saying to trust, leave things in the past. It's time to let go of the past, 100%. It's time to listen to what your calling is, to trust, and also don't be so forceful with things. Just if things start flowing in a different direction, like if life comes in and pulls you somewhere else, just know that that is where you're supposed to be. And yeah, that's my little intro tarot reading. I kind of want to show you my garden, and then I'm gonna go and maybe a little bit of what I've been working on in my house, because Jacob helped me put up this bookshelf, and I decorated it, and I've just been getting my prints ready for the week ahead. And I'm thinking I'm going to do a little drive out to Gleeson, take some photos, and I have to come back and do homework. I'm trying to get my associates. I'm almost done. I am in a math and biology class right now online, and it is killing me. I'm an artistic person, and I also have a really hard time focusing. So if I don't have like a teacher in front of me, whew. By the way, this deck is very cool. This is the Outlaw Oracle. It's perfect for me. I feel like I really resonate with it. It's all about like being independent, being like on the road, and just trying to wander and figure out your way in life. And what more? That's all me. By the way, say hi, Otis. Oh, it's me, miss you. He's so tall. He's part Maine Coon. Oh, it's me, tall with you, Otis. Don't be sad. Say hi, Olive. I call my animals my boo crew because it's Bodie, Otis, and Olive. My new little bookshelf. It's very cute. By the way, sorry if you see any like animal fur on the floor in the video. I'm not. Like, I live with 3 animals, so it's always. But these photos are awesome. These are from Puspa in Bisbee, her original photography. I found this at a antique store. It's like this cool old high desert or Arizona highways from 1946. I just like the old saguaro. This is a cool poster from a show, a top and bottle. I just liked it. This is a cool eagle from Jacob's dad, Philip. Thank you. Got some records on the floor, plants, cute animal garden. Little cucumbers coming out. And then there's some tomatoes. Over here I planted Anaheim chilies, some wildflowers, basil, we'll see. Lots of cucumbers. And this tomato is growing pretty well. So we stopped in Tombstone on our way to Gleeson. Look! You don't even see. Oh, watch out. It's a haunted hotel. I actually came here on my birthday and I did all these things by myself. This is just like a place where you walk through and like things jump scare at you, and that was really funny going through that alone. Here it is. Let's see if it's open. Here it is. There's a mysterious belly button woman. This is a haunted music player that just comes on. Ed Schieffelin. It's pretty attractive. I have this picture in my house. Alright, so the Birdcage Theater didn't work out. That was almost $20 to walk through, and I've been there before many times, so I couldn't afford that today. But we're gonna go to a real cool ghost town, and I plan on eventually doing a more in-depth video of Tombstone. It's just like right down the street feels like. So I can always come back and do more videos. There's so much I want to show as far as like the ghost side of things, and like go at night, maybe go to the Birdcage Theater and do a ghost tour. I almost worked there. When I first came out here, I applied, just walked in one day and they saw me, and the guy was like, well, you come right back in. And I got pulled into his office and he started interviewing me like on the spot. I had Bodhi with me. Because this place is like, quote unquote, ladies of the night, you know, I don't know. I just felt like I was back in time being talked to, like in the manager's room in the back of the Birdcage Theater, because it was all old. And I didn't, he wanted to hire me. The reason I didn't work there was just there was a little bit of like peace and love. I don't know these people. It's Tombstone. Tombstone's they're trying to emulate the Wild West. So, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna do another video on Tombstone, but we're gonna go right now to Gleeson, which is doing like about 20 minutes away. It's this cool old abandoned town. I don't have a lot of phone battery left, so yay! Something just scurried into the bush. But this is a building I've always wanted to look at. No trespassing though. This is a part of Gleeson. There's an old, I think that's a stove, but it's gated off right here. There's a lot of old buildings out here that are gated off. So here I am. I'm at Gleeson, Arizona. This is the old, I was told it was a schoolhouse, but I think it also could be a hospital. So Bodhi is in the car. Say hi, Bo. We're leaving it on. I'm just going to walk through. The air's on, the windows open. So Gleeson was another mining camp that was established, I think, officially as Gleeson in the 1900s. It was founded originally as a town called Turquoise by the Native Americans that were here. It burned down a bunch of buildings in like the 1930s, I think. There were like 28 buildings that were burned down. This is, I believe it's the hospital. I want to say it's a hospital. I just don't, my gut isn't telling me that they would have such a giant schoolhouse out here at that time. It just seems more probable to be a hospital. Yeah, each time I come here, it's like, obviously, it gets a little worse. There's the old mine that's way out there in the distance. I'll zoom in on that. If only we could go. There it is. The mine is way out there. So I like venturing out among, these places that are like the real ghost towns, like Tombstone. I don't know. It's not a ghost town. Don't think that it is. Things like this are ghost towns. That is a tourist attraction for sure. There's a lot of history there, but there's also so much history like surrounding Tombstone that has a lot to do with Tombstone. There's all these different places like Gleeson and the Native American history and Douglas and just so much. So I have a little tale actually about Gleeson. So this was said to be a place where one of the last shootouts, gunfights occurred. Don't think I'm going to be going in there. I'm very nervous about snakes. My boots are not tall enough. I'm going to walk over here. There was one of the last gun shootouts of, this area, and it had to do with prohibition between the Mexican banditos that came in over the Apache Pass. They were trying to smuggle in whiskey, and apparently it had been like legal everywhere else. Just Arizona was like a little late with the times and still didn't allow alcohol out here. So there were these Mexican banditos that came out over the Apache Pass from Mexico and got in a shootout fight with the sheriff that was out here in Gleeson. And apparently that went on for like a day or two. They like trying to find each other, couldn't find each other. And finally, on the night of a full moon, the sheriff finally shot one of the Mexican banditos, and they scurried away and ran away. And the next morning they found like the blood and the footprints of the person that they had shot. And it took a couple of months for them to find these banditos. I like that word. But they've only found like one of the gunmen shooters. They only found one of the shooters, so they took them and put them in the jail in Gleeson, which is right over there. So we'll go look at that. There's one more building, a couple more buildings I'll try to get to, but yeah. This is the historic Gleeson Jail. Built in 1910. It's replicated a tiny wooden jail which once stood nearby. So it's not real. Everything burns to the ground with these ghost towns, and you have to consider what is real. But it's very cool. Looks like somebody stays here to look after it. Hopefully. I would love that job, by the way. Thank goodness for this tiny microphone. I have like the worst audio on my phone. But this is a really cool building. This building, I believe, used to be like some sort of saloon type thing. It's just so neat. All caved in. I'll show you the other side. My phone's about to die, so I'm gonna switch to my camera and just film the rest of the buildings. And thank you for watching. This is what I do. There's not much to do, and when you live in the desert, so you find your fun. And I love like authentic ghost towns. I try to go more towards things like that if I can. But I am excited to keep showing adventures. And so yeah, we're gonna film on my very nice camera now, which I should do more of, but the phone is just so easy. It says MTV Cribs. Okay. Hell yeah. Love me some MTV. All these dirt roads. It's like only 10 o'clock. I've been up since like 5. So I have the highest energy this time of day for now. These buildings are all blocked off though. I'm very intrigued to see if I can just open it, but I don't think I can. I know I can get back there, but I don't know if I want to. People use guns in these towns. Hasn't changed very much. Now, don't be a dipshit. Read a map. You have been warned. We do not have room for more bodies. So, on that note, I'm gonna get going. Seems like there's a lot more to Gleeson that is very blocked off and privately owned. Like, you can see so many buildings. Like, way up there's a really old building. Can't tell, I'm sorry. But if you come out here, you'll be able to see. It's really neat. Really cool for pictures. Gleeson Cemetery. Usually this is blocked off. Here we go. Gleeson was named after John Gleeson, a miner of the town. And he opened a post office in 1900. Before being Gleeson, the area was named Turquoise. In 1870, the Native Americans named the beautiful turquoise minerals. As pioneers, ranchers, and miners came with the dreams of hopes in finding gold and other minerals. They also encountered hardships and tragedies. Thus, a need for the Gleeson Cemetery became apparent. Many of the men, women, and children are buried here. The map here gives the names and the grave locations. All the names of people that were born 1894. Let's see, let's go check it out. This is interesting. It's Ed Ramirez. There's like a skin of some sort of creature. Always be careful of first names. They blend in too. Another one. Don't see the name on it, but it's on that list over there. I feel like this one's like, I don't know, just people were smaller back then. Because I'm a giant. Born 1848, died 1919. John Short. And Lou Short. I like this little grave. I never got like a scary feeling in graveyards. To me, it's like a safe place, and hopefully, most people come to graveyards with respectful intentions. Unless you're a grave robber. Yui. Wow, born in China. I see you tomorrow, February 20th, 1968. Planting into the ground. She's way out in the middle of the desert. I think I try not to breathe on camera when I'm walking, that I don't breathe. And that's not good. I've been working on getting my photo prints ready to display in a little art gallery in town called Object Hotel. And I wanted to show a few of them. I am not expecting crazy, if anything, if I still have anything, reach out if you also want something online or on the internet, because I can always send these to you as well. So I've just been kind of getting these prints ready of my photography. It's kind of glossy looking, but I do a lot of abandoned building things. This is a piano in Ruby, Arizona that is now closed. So I feel I've printed a lot from Ruby because this is mainly what I do. I'm not like a like a historian. I love learning about these places after I go, but I love like just photographing them and feeling the energy when I go. This is in Bisbee. This is a very pretty. I love this one. I wanted to like keep it for myself. Pretty cactus bloom. We got so many. This one's very cool. This is a out in New Mexico. This abandoned military army base, and I'm think I'm gonna go film a video at very soon. Very excited about it. This is a really beautiful photo taken actually behind Object Hotel. This is an alleyway in Bisbee. This is a really cool old neon sign that was in New Mexico. Some cool old cars, the cool like I love just really it's other cactus prints. Like I said, I could make duplicates. They're on like nice paper. There's a little frame behind it, and I'm gonna sign them. This was in Lucerne. I think I'm gonna make these $30 each, just because they're very special. They've taken a lot of miles to get there to these places, and if you would like one, here's one of to Macockery that I just went to. And here's another Ruby. I love this one because it's the Ruby playground. It's all old. And here's the Salton Sea. And yeah, I'm gonna do bring in some canvases of like some 11 by 14. But if you are in Bisbee this weekend, please come by and see them.